Peace to all the kings and queens that's out there. This is your brother, the 13th letter to the cipher, and we are BACKAGAIN on another CORONAFREE. That's right. And if you're not outside getting some of this great unpolluted air, you are missing the best air in town. Do you hear me? It is absolutely fabulous out here today. How are you all doing? And if this is your first time watching the Mo Show, I want to welcome you to the Mo Show, and I ask that you tell your family members, tell your co-workers, tell your church members, anybody who really wants to have an intellectual conversation or thought-provoking ideas and questions that you probably haven't thought about. Those of you who have encouraged me to continue to move forward, I tip my hat to you. This is a great day, but there are some things that are on the table that we need to talk about, understand what's really going to happen or could possibly happen in the future to come, manifesting itself. But the question is it too late? That's the question. Now, what question is that? The question is this here. As of today, they are going to take present military force, military soldiers. They're going to place them in Africa. They're going to step up their military presence in Africa. What a world event that is. That's something that I never thought that I would see. Is that something that you thought that you would see? Chinese military presence in Africa. I'm not saying that it wasn't too far-fetched to happen, seeing that the British has been over there forever. Okay, the Germans been over there forever. The French has been over there forever. The Dutch has been over there forever. The Spaniards have been over there forever. Not to mention the fact that the Chinese people, they have an overpopulated society, and they need somewhere to move these people that they have because they don't have no room, or at least that room that they have placed to the side is just like the U.S. secret fields where they have military missiles, military explosives, military fallout, bunk out shelters. I'm sure of that. Military testing sites. In some land, the Emperor of China or the King of China, he just owns the President of China, whatever you want to call him. The same that Europeans had went over to Africa and giving land to their children. Now, that which is remaining, which it could be safe to say this is the final ending of a country invading Africa and taking over China, seeing that all of the other European nations have done so. Think about that. What does that mean for Black people across the world? What does that mean for Black people in America? Now, just think, these same Black people that sold us out so that Chinese could come in, okay, lest the Chinese know, just like all of the other nations knew, oh, you want to sell your brother? Oh, you want to sell your land? Oh, you don't mind what I do over here? Really? Have not learned from history. Have not learned from history. those people who sold out the remaining parts or some of the remaining parts of our Kubalan should receive capital punishment, just as Bill Gates should receive capital punishment, just as Anthony Fauci should receive capital punishment. We're going to get off of speaking of them, the CDC. Hey, the CDC says what? They are expecting this coronavirus to peak somewhere around December versus May. And some experts still say May. But today, according to the experts on CDC, on BBC, on CNN, and CNBC, okay, that this virus will not peak until December, which is right around the flu season. So they're giving you a head start. This here was a test run. This here was a test run. And they wanted to see how you would react. I mean, really, if Bill Gates been knowing about this since 2015, Obama been knowing about this. Excuse me, Bill Gates and Obama been knowing about this since he was in office. So that's even what 10 years ago when he first came into office. Okay, 10, 12 years ago. I'm just saying they knew all along about what they were going to do. Okay, and it's not expected until until December. This was a trial run to see what you were going to do. But now it's already out here. It's already out here. You could kill a virus, right? If you could kill a virus, why haven't they killed all of the other viruses? If you could kill a virus, why haven't they killed all of the other viruses that they made? I'm just saying. Think about in ancient times. Was there ever a coronavirus? Was there ever a SARS virus? Was there ever an H1N1 virus? You know, did they have these flesh-eating diseases? The answer to that is fuck no. When I was a child, let's go back to the 70s. What did they have then? It wasn't H1N1. It wasn't the corona. It wasn't SARS. I'm just saying. It wasn't any of that. But today, seeing that evil control is at the helm of humanity. That's right, evil control is at the helm of humanity. And seeing that that is the way it is, and you don't think that they have a plan to kill us, keep wanting things to go back to normal. The stimulus checks for people who did receive them, because let me tell you, everybody did not receive them. Everybody did not receive them. Okay. Now the moving along from the CDC to the World Health Organization, because I'm going to come back to the Chinese presence in Africa. I'm going to come back to that. But the World Health Organization announced that you could not use any research material that you gathered in regards to the World Health Organization, or your video will be zapped on YouTube. That is outrageous. You know what? It is sad that they would want to do that, but they're just doing what I told you yesterday, which is an attack on humanity, removing your freedom of speech. Removing your freedom of speech, and these are the very same people, like I said, World Health Organizations, CDC, okay? These people are supposed to be at the helm of controlling things versus destroying you, lying to you, misleading you. So they want to squash the little people's truth because they are a gigantic corporation, what? Part of the government, right? And what does the government normally want to do anyway? Squash the little people. I don't care if you got 300,000 subscribers, 200,000 subscribers. To the government, you are little people, okay? And we be banging our truth here. We bang our truth, but falsehood, the bigger the falsehood, the more it could possibly drown out truth. Seeing that it's the government and seeing that many of the people believe the government anyway. Sadly, but that's just real talk. Why don't they want you to say anything about the World Health Organization? Now, according to the reports, they say that they want to censor people from talking about the World Health Organization because of misleading information when they are the one misleading the public. Can anybody help me? You know, is that not a contradiction of words and thoughts? Someone who is intelligent enough being a director of the CDC, I forgot her name, some female. She sounds like she has a Polish last name. I'm just saying, you all know who I'm talking about. Yeah, the Polish lady from CDC. She's not no little person either. She's a big person, okay? If she's speaking for them, she's speaking a person for them. She's not a little person, okay? I believe her name is Susan something, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, she said, yeah, all of you YouTubers out there, don't say a word about the World Health Organization, or we're going to snatch your video down. It will be censored. It will be red flagged. Hell, they red flagged one of my videos yesterday entitled The Black Attack. So if you have not seen The Black Attack, please by all means go see The Black Attack. There is a problem with the footage and the audio some kind of way. It got jammed up while I was doing the live session. I did it 3 times and it still came out the same way all 3 times, back to back to back. Okay. And the third one I left up. I should have left the first one up because I missed some vital information that I left out as I was redoing it. However, I did get an opportunity to get some of that back in when I went right back and did another live video entitled Attack on Humanity. Okay. But anyway, getting back to the World Health Organization, um, this is what they're doing. So as I stated yesterday, you really have no freedom of speech anytime they want to attack truth, which is coming from little people and seeing, like I said, they the big people. Well, they got the upper guns, but keep your ears to the street, which is YOU2TUBE at this present time since we are quarantined. And even if we weren't quarantined, you would have the ears to the streets. You understand? Because YouTube has become the streets right now. YouTube has become the streets right now. We're moving back to the Chinese military presence in Africa. Do you know what that means? Do you know what that means? A communist country in Africa with the possibility of black people being enslaved by Chinese people. And all of this kicked off after the fact that Chinese people was kicking African people out of China. And the backflash, or the flip side of that, was African people started kicking Chinese people out of their businesses. And now there is going to be Chinese military force in Africa. They already had some type of law enforcement with jails and shit like that. Now they want to bring military presence in China, seeing that black people stood up for themselves after the fact that China mistreated them and evicted them out of their homes and apartments and wouldn't feed them while they were in China, yet and still the Chinese own land in Africa. Fucking bananas. Straight up, straight up. That shit is outrageous. That's outrageous. Bad enough. We have a black attack on every side that you can think of. Now we found going to a Chinese hair shop, a Chinese nail shop, a Chinese anything. Chinese movies, old school, summarized Sunday movies. I am one of those who up on those have over 200 martial art Chinese movies. But I'm not watching neither one of those. Damn it, fucking Chinese. I'm just saying. Sad. So whatever that you got from the Chinese, keep it or do away with it. But one thing is for sure, do not continue to further spend your economic got land in the place where you come from. And you know what? You have to blame the black silly motherfuckers who sold us out. You can't leave them out. I'm sorry that I'm called them what I call them, but that's how I'm feeling right now. I'm very upset about it. And I can't do anything about it but voice my opinion on it, speak upon it, and hopefully we can get together some kind of way to make sure that this shit don't happen to us over here. So all of you gangbangers, all of you drug dealers, all of you tough guys and gangsters that want to kill each other, let's get this together so that this won't happen to us over here again. Okay? You going to China, you going to China land, Chinatown, anywhere. Whether it be Chicago, Chinatown in China, San Francisco, Chinatown, anywhere in Korea, you are not going to be another nationality and come in there and beat on those people and disrespect those people in their own community. And I say that they have a community because they just don't live and eat there. Excuse me, sleep and eat. Because most black people have a neighborhood. They just sleep and eat there, don't own anything. But a community is where you own banks, you own businesses. Law enforcement is on your side. Um, you have a productive environment that is taking care of those that is within that environment. We don't even have that, but yet and still, they come where we stay at and come set up shop, come disrespect us, come kick us, come beat us, come call us nigga, come spit on us, yet and still you dumbass people still continue to give them your money. They're talking about reopening the economy. Well, there have been many fights in regards to that from President Trump to the governors of the states. Okay, you have protesters right now in the state of Wisconsin, white people in Brookfield protesting another 30-day of lockdown. Now they got a $500 fine if they caught violating the coronavirus rules. Okay, outrageous, outrageous. Yes, they even calling for that governor in Wisconsin resignation. These white people are not going to sit back and allow this government to do what they want to do. Remember, I was telling you, black people yesterday, that you should be like white people who do something about their situations. Let's see what black people are going to do about the 5G towers that are going to go up in their neighborhood. I'm just saying, be like those over there in British. Tear that shit down. Tear that shit down like they did in the UK. Tear that shit down. It's gonna kill you. It's gonna kill you. If you get caught, well, you're going to jail. You already know that. I'm not telling you to, uh, I'm not inciting violence. I'm not trying to do anything. That's for my disclaimer. I am not inciting violence. However, if you are going to kill people, what do you expect people to do? Just let you kill them? Is that not like self-defense? I'm just saying, y'all think about that. I know it seems like it's far-fetched. So did you think about the things that were far-fetched on Star Trek and Star Wars? And we got it right here today. Remember those things that you saw lost in space? They right here today. Oh, but it was just the future. We're in that future. We're in that future. What are you going to do? Are you going to be like one of those people nowadays who wish they could have done something back in the 60s, could have participated a little bit more in the 60s? In fact, about it, to tell you the truth, you can just about tell who family was involved in the civil rights movement. You can just about tell what family and who descendants are involved really in the struggle. You can tell that just by looking around the people that's within your neighborhood. That's just real talk. That's just real talk. Not to mention the fact that the universe is pissed off with black people. Oh, he like, here we go, Mo. No, the universe is really pissed off at black people. Just think about how many saviors that black people have had come to them and they did not listen. That's just like telling the universe, right? It's like giving the universe the finger. So why should the universe want to send you something when it is already sent to you, yet you didn't do what you were supposed to do when you had it? And furthermore, once the message came to you, did you further on with that message or add to it as it was going? No, no. Distracted like a motherfucker. Distracted. Distracted by gangster rap. Distracted by drugs. Distracted by gangbanging. Distracted by gayness. By gayness. Distracted by social media. Distracted by the news. Now, granted, there's some things on the news that's true, but there's some things on the news that's false. And you have to be able what to decipher from. What you are should be able, to decipher from. What's what? Sorry about that tongue twister. But that happens sometimes when you're going from the top of your head. It's just natural. You all know that. However, it's crazy. We have some decisions to make. We have some decisions to make on how we want to be looked at by the world. That should have been happening over 100 years ago, seeing that we were so-called free here in America. But once again, after freedom came, the Jim Crow came, which was another black attack. I'm just saying. That's just real talk. And now we got the Chinese communist people moving in. Okay, and the US is for sale. The US is not even a US country anymore. It's a business. This is why on your IDs, you got all of those capital letters on your ID. You're no longer an individual. You are an entity, and I think that took place like back in 1868. I know that was Conference of Berlin, 1864 maybe. Yeah, when United States became a corporation versus a United States. Like I said, you got Arab people that own land here, Chinese people own land here. You got people from India that own land here. But you, as an American who was born here, can't buy no land here. Some people can, some people can't, because they're limiting the amount of land that is to be sold to individuals. And depending upon whom you are, you might not be able to do it. That is just actual facts. I'm just saying. Yeah, that's real talk. So you all think about that. I just wanted to drop that off to you. What else is going on? Even you look at the price of gas. Hey, the price of gas, which is another situation, but I'm gonna keep rolling. Now, people tell me about the economy and how uh, that it's going to reopen and things of that nature. All of these people are being bailed out. I saw one of the brothers who have a large platform on a plane the other day, and it was only two people on the plane, him and somebody else. He was on his way to California. Even gas prices is down, went from zero a barrel to minus 40 a barrel, and y'all think that it's not going to collapse. Hey, if you want to travel, this is the perfect time to travel. Gas prices are low. You may have to find a place. You may want to camp out in your car. Some hotels are not open, but airlines are most definitely cheap. Rental cars, I don't know. But if you got a good car, get on the road, get out, get some of this good sun. I'm just saying, take a road trip. But with that, you all, I want to thank you for watching. By the way, if you like yourself, press that like button, press that subscribe button. If you like yourself, press that like button, press that subscribe button, press that share button. Stay away from popo. Don't drink and drive. Don't smoke weed in your car when you're driving. And have some love, peace, and some respect for yourself. It's your brother, the 13th letter to the cipher. Thanks for viewing. Peace.